Hey guys, Professor Autoflower here, and welcome to the Grow Tent. And it has been a minute, but we are back. Last time you were here, I was growing the Mystery Mezcala from Alabrije Genetics. I ended up getting about a half pound off that one. She turned out really big, really nice. During that grow, I found out I had to move, so I packed up shop after that one, but it all worked out in the end for the best. As you can see, the tent is back up and running. So let's start this one off a little different and get right into it. In today's video, we're going to be kicking off two new grows, two new Autoflower grows. One from Rockbud Inc. and the other from Night Owl Seeds. But first, if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now let's get to the video. I have two new grows underway, but first let's talk about the tent. I'm still running the Mars Hydro FC3000 with the Mars Hydro 6-inch inline fan. I am not running the Mars Hydro ad lights right now. Months ago when I was running them, I really was only using the deep red, keeping it on the same schedule as the regular light. And I'll be honest, I did notice some improved trichome development, so it'll be interesting to see if I get that same trichome coverage that I was getting in my last few grows. So still being in the early phases, the light is running at 55%. It's about 30 inches above these two seedlings right here. The only fan that's running is the exhaust, and I am venting it just into the basement, so right back into the lung room. When I get into flower, I will have to section things off so I can control that humidity a little bit better. Right now the temp is around 80 degrees Fahrenheit with a humidity of around 67%. Now let's get into what I have growing. On the left, a little bit older on day 10 from Rockbud is the Grape Slurri. It has been doing good so far. It is ready to be transplanted. It has started off growing with a little mutation there. You can see on that bottom node we have 3 shoots popping out instead of the normal 2. It looks to be doing the same thing at every node, giving me 3 shoots instead of 2, which is pretty cool. I started the Grape Slurry in soil. It is from Mother Earth, the cocoa peat mixture. You can see that soil is definitely nice and moist. I keep it moist the whole way through the seedling stage, watering and spraying the top. I give it a decent watering, probably every 3 days, just until I see a little bit of runoff. It really doesn't take much to get that runoff, so only a little water, but definitely keeping that soil moist. It can't grow without water, and honestly I never deal with overwatering as long as I let that soil drain. It's also ready to be transplanted. You can see those roots are starting to show at the bottom. We can see them through those holes. I started this one in a little bit bigger of a pot, so it's going to be more soil to handle, so I need to be extra careful during the transplant. And I'm doing this one a little bit different. I bought a brick of cocoa from AC Infinity a while back and wasn't able to use it, so I'll be doing my first cocoa grow, transplanting the Grape Slurry into cocoa, so it'll definitely be interesting. Over here next to the Grape Slurry on day 5 is the Chipped Tooth from Night Owl Seeds. You can see most of the activity has been going on underneath that soil. Over the past day or two, I have noticed some improved growth. Those 2 newest leaves seem to have doubled over the past 24 hours. So this one should pick up growth above the soil very soon and kind of catch up to the Grape Slurry. Still keeping the soil moist with the Chipped Tooth. I watered both of these about 2 days ago. I did add some microbes, so only water and microbes, root dip from Microbe Life Hydroponics so far. So next I want to get that Grape Slurry transplanted. I have my brick of cocoa from AC Infinity, which they claim it comes pre-buffered. Buffering, I think, means letting it sit in a solution of CalMag for about 8 to 16 hours. I might buffer it again, but first I need to get it hydrated and rinsed off. To hydrate it, I'm first putting it in a 5-gallon bucket and then just adding some water, making a nice slurry. Then a little rinse and we should be good. Here we are coming back the next day, day 11 for the grape slurry and day 6 for the chipped tooth. Look at the chipped tooth. You can see those two newest leaves have definitely doubled in size over the past 24 hours. So getting a lot of growth on top of that soil now. So we should see that thing pick up big time. Alright, so let's get ready for the grape slurry transplant. Okay, so I have my cocoa here, hopefully rinsed how it is supposed to be. I did not buffer it, so we'll see what happens on that. I will be adding some CalMag after the transplant when I do water. You can see the perlite has been added. I just eyed it up, so not exact measurements. I'm just getting my air base for the auto pots ready, just stuffing some cocoa in these holes. My air base is at the bottom. I've added some cocoa to the pot and we are ready for the transplant. And there it is, the grape slurry right now in a 3-gallon pot, just transplanted into cocoa. Originally starting out in soil. We'll see how that goes. All I have left to do now is water. I'll use a gallon of water. I added 5 ml of CalMag and I poured a little root dip also in there to help with the transplant shock. I'm hoping I don't see any transplant shock at all. We'll see what also comes out the bottom. I'm curious to see that ppm of the runoff water. After putting a gallon of water through, the grape slurry is back in the tent. The runoff ppm came out to 245. So tomorrow, instead of hand watering, we'll come back, turn on the auto pots, give a small dose of nutrients, and see how she is. We're back here 24 hours later. You can see the chipped tooth down here on day 7. Doing its thing, just waiting on transplant, which will be in another week or so. Right now, it's basically just doubling in size every day. Then over here, the grape slurry transplanted yesterday. Today, it is on day 12. You can't even tell it was transplanted yesterday. It is still standing very tall, looking great. Next up for the grape slurry, I'll be turning on its auto pot. I need to keep that cocoa moist and I'm not trying to hand water this thing every day or even multiple times a day. And because cocoa is inert or doesn't have any nutrients, I'll also be starting nutrients in the reservoir. I'll be adding 4 gallons of water today with some CalMag from Humboldt Secrets, 4 ml per gallon, giving me 16 ml. And then I'll be using the Athena Pro line. I started with Grow and Core. I'll be adding 2 ml per gallon of the Grow, giving me 8 ml, and 1 ml of the Core, giving me 4 ml. I pH'd the reservoir to 5.9 and the ppm came out to 462. So just a small dose to get things started. Here we are back in the tent. The chipped tooth is now on day 8. You can see 2 new leaves have started to grow in the middle there, and those older leaves are now extending past the rim of the pot, so doing great. Over here we have the grape slurry now on day 13, 24 hours after turning on the auto pot. This thing is growing wild. If we take a closer look, you can see it's pretty much topped itself. I can see one main top right here and then another right over here. If we go even closer, we can see plenty of other shoots growing at all those nodes in there. So shoots just growing everywhere. Since turning on the autopot, it looks like the grape slurry has taken the first feeding like a champ. Looking pretty nice. I might be seeing a little discoloration in there, but it's nothing really to worry about yet. We'll give it another couple days for it to really absorb those first bit of nutrients. So still a waiting game, but things will be picking up very soon. With both autoflowers doing their thing, here is where I'm going to end today's video. Make sure to tune in next time and continue following along with the chipped tooth from Night Owl Seeds and the grape slurry from Rock Bud Inc. Until then, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.